Hi and welcome. I know that we have some people that can't join this live, so I figured I'd record in advance and then put it up there for when you're available to watch it. So I'm really excited you wanted to be a part of this group and learn more about coaching. I'm going to share a little bit more with you about my story, about how I got into coaching, why I like it, and why I truly think it's for everybody. No matter where you are in your journey, no matter what your goals are, I absolutely love coaching, and I'm just grateful that I fell upon it. And I truly did just fall upon it kind of in at the time what was the hardest part of my life. My life has gotten harder since coaching started, but at the time it really helped me a lot, and it has helped me through some of those harder times that have come up since I decided to become a coach back in July of 2014. So I am just a normal person. I was actually at my worst weight back in worst health. Weight doesn't really have anything to do with the health part. So I was at my highest weight, but also my worst health position that I've ever been in my life. Back in July of 2014, my son was just shy of a year old, and leading up to having him, I had stayed active. My food was atrocious, but I had stayed active. But then when I had him, my life just got flipped upside down. My schedule changed. I couldn't work out when I wanted to. I was too tired to think about eating right. And I stumbled upon coaching because I was desperate. Desperate to see that light again, to enjoy fitness again, to feel a little bit more like me again, but I also wasn't sticking to what I was trying to do. So I decided, okay, well, I don't know what this coaching thing is, but I will do it, because if I put something on my forehead that says coach, then I think I will actually stick to it, because even if one person knows that I'm doing this, I'll have to actually do it. And that's why I decided to become a coach. I didn't really know anything about what it was. I didn't have any grand plans of quitting my job or making it a full-time job. I just wanted to actually stick to what I knew would make me feel better, but I was having a really, really hard time sticking to. I actually, in that 10 months of his life, I gained weight. So I was 10 pounds heavier than the day I delivered. So I'd probably gained about 30 pounds, because when you deliver, between the baby and the fluid and stuff, you lose about 20. So add that 20 plus the 10 that I gained, I was about 30 pounds up from after I delivered him within less than a year. So again, regular person that really just needed to make a change. That being said, I have fallen in love with coaching. It is now my full-time job. On top of being a mom, I got back to teaching fitness classes again thanks to coaching, and I just feel like I get to do exactly what I was meant to do. But you don't have to do this full-time like me to enjoy it and to really get a lot out of it. So what do I do as a coach? What does my day look like? Why do I like what I do? If you wanted to do this for, we talk about like accountability coaches, so you're more just doing it to keep yourself accountable, which is why I started as a coach. Then we talk about hobby coaches, so maybe you have a couple bills you want to get paid. You don't want to have to feel bad about getting pedicures once a month. You want to be able to pay for your Shakeology because you're really liking Shakeology and you just want to have it a little bit more affordable. Or maybe you have, like we have a coach on our team, one of my favorite people, she started coaching I think 2 years ago now, and she's going to be getting married in August, and because of coaching she can pay for her wedding with the money that she's earned with coaching, which is awesome, like really, really cool, because that if you've ever gotten married or gone to a wedding, you know that those are not cheap. So she still works her full-time job, but coaching's helped her pay for the wedding. So that being said, you can do this however it works for you. Like, what are your goals? Or if you're like me, where part of why I wasn't happy was because I wasn't spending time with my son, and that's all I really wanted to do. I had worked so hard to get pregnant and to have him, and then I had to go back to work, and it just put me in this really negative space, and I didn't love my job. And I wanted to spend more time with him. So that's not to say as a full-time coach I don't spend time working. I absolutely do. Like right now, recording this video is technically me working, but it's more fun than anything I ever did in my other job. And I'm able to squeeze it in when he's napping or when he's at school or when, after he goes to bed. So I can do things with him during the day and then get my coaching stuff in with a little bit of structure. So that being said, does it take time to be a coach? yeah, depending on what your goals are, it does take time. So just like anything, you have to put effort in. So I compare a lot of coaching with fitness and nutrition. So if you have a goal to run a marathon or half marathon or 5K, whatever, say 5K, you can't run really, really fast, really, really hard for a really long time, one day a week, and then do nothing the rest of the week and expect to be able to be trained to run that 5K. If you want to lose weight, you can't not eat on Sundays and then eat whatever you want Mondays through Saturdays. So if you want coaching to be a business, you actually have to put consistent time in, but it's not a ton of time. So what is it that we do as coaches? We're not coming up with fitness plans. We're not coming up with nutrition plans. What we're doing is we're motivating, inspiring, and encouraging other people while we work on our own journeys. So if you recall, I said I started out because I wanted to have that coach label on me. I was 240 pounds. I did not look like a fitness professional. I was embarrassed to go back in the gym and teach again. But I signed up as a coach, and you wouldn't believe it, a bunch of people decided to join me because I just started sharing, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it, and I need help from you guys. Will you join me? And as a result, I stuck to it. I brought friends on board, they stuck to it, and what happened? We got healthier and happier together. And so you're allowed to work on yourself while helping other people work on them. We're a part of a bigger team, so you don't have to know everything. You get to have the knowledge of the other people on the team as you're starting out, and we continue to work together and run groups together so that we're all part of a community getting stronger and healthier together. But you do not have to be perfect. You just need to be willing to work on yourself, which is part of why I love it, because it keeps me accountable. We also focus on our nutrition, so working out and nutrition and just working on yourself. But you do not have to have nutrition plans and fitness plans. Those are all provided by the company. So the company that we work for is called Team Beachbody, otherwise known as Beachbody. What happened is they came out in the 90s as a standalone company, and their fitness program sold like crazy. They didn't need coaches to sell their program. So I think that's important to put out there, because we're coaches to help people actually do the workouts. We're not coaches to sell things. So they were doing fantastically selling things. I mean, P90X was one of if not the top selling fitness program ever. Like, you probably heard about it when it came out. P90X, I think everybody knows about that one. But what they found is that people were doing these programs together, sharing them with coworkers, getting really good results, telling other people about it, which was then making more people want to do the programs and also do them together, so they actually got results. So they decided to develop their second company, Team Beachbody, which is where coaches work, and basically give credit to the people that were referring the programs to friends, family, and coworkers. So they don't charge any differently if you have a coach. What happens is, as a coach, the company pays you to help people with these programs. And I think that's really important to note. You're not selling things at a higher rate. You're just helping people with programs that they were already using and lining them up with what will work best for them. And that's all I do. I'm doing the workouts myself. I'm eating the food myself that the programs have in their nutrition guides. And then I'm helping other people get lined up with those systems. And then I do communities, like groups, where we kind of all do it together. And we're doing it together in terms of when we start, the day we start, but we're doing it in our own houses or in the gym or wherever we want to do it. But what I do as a coach is I just share where I'm at and help motivate other people and meet them where they're at. The other thing that we do as coaches is we develop ourselves. And this is perhaps my favorite part about coaching, something I wish I had learned early on in high school, in my 20s, early on, is personal development. And I had never heard of that before, ever. And really what that is spending 10 minutes a day, no more than that, that's all I do, but just making yourself a better person through reading or listening to podcasts or listening to books on tape. So I have read more in the past 4 years than I think I did in the 10 years prior, and that includes with school and everything. 10 minutes a day, and with books that truly do help you with whatever you're struggling with confidence, with feeling just feeling good about yourself, feeling like you can do anything you want to do. And that doesn't necessarily mean with the business, that just means with life. So a little background on me: I have my 4-year-old. He's amazing. And then just under a year ago, I gave birth to my second son, who unfortunately did not make it. He did not survive. And so this has been a really hard year, an extremely hard year. And personal development in this community that I found because of coaching has helped me through that year. And I can honestly say that without coaching, I'd be in a much more trying spot right now. It has helped lift me because of all the things that I've learned about myself and about connecting with others and even sharing. I've gotten confidence to share my story, which has helped me find other people like me. And it's just helped me, like I said, just be a happier, healthier, mentally healthier person along the way. So developing yourself as a person in just 10 minutes a day. And again, we're part of a team. So, you don't know what book to read. I got hundreds of book suggestions. So it depends on where you're at, but we really work together to find where you're at and what works for you in terms of what's going to help develop you where you're currently at as a person to be healthier and happier mentally and not just physically. The other thing is just recognizing others. So I talked about how coaches help motivate. We help recognize other people for their successes, whatever that is. So a lot of what I do is I try to remind, I run accountability groups where people are doing these fitness programs, following the nutrition plans, but I also throw in there, what are you doing that you're proud of that you weren't doing a week ago? That has nothing to do with weight. Or if I see somebody that's consistently posting that they're doing their workout every day, I will say, hey, congratulations. I appreciate that you've been showing up every day, because you would be surprised if you really think about it, how often during your life people don't recognize you for those small things and how good it feels when they do. Even silly things like recognizing people for, hey, you look really happy today. And I'm talking about strangers even. Coaching has helped me just with more confidence with talking to other people and just being in a healthier, happier mental space in social settings. So you really like somebody's shoes, tell them you like their shoes. How good does it feel when somebody gives you a compliment about your earrings or your outfit or whatever? It feels really good. So as coaches, I just encourage people to do those happy things for other people, because what happens when you make somebody else feel good? You feel good. And when you feel good, it just, again, makes you a happier, healthier person. So it's not just about fitness and nutrition. So what does my day look like incorporating all of that stuff? I wake up, I do my workout in the morning. So we've got access to these amazing fitness programs. There's a calendar that tells you on Monday do this, on Tuesday do this, on Wednesday do this. So there's something like 50 or 60 different programs. So you don't have to be like into dance or into weights or into yoga. It can depend on what interests you, and then you follow that program. So right now I'm doing a 3-week program. On Monday, I know exactly what to do. I don't have to think. I get up, I do my workout. I drink my Shakeology. And Shakeology, if you don't know what it is amazing. Comment below and I can give you some more information on what's in it. But basically, it is all actual foods that have been minimally processed. Nothing's heated over 115 degrees, so it's considered raw food. And why that's valuable is because when food is overheated, it loses its nutritional value. So keeping it under that 115 degree mark keeps the nutritional value in the ingredients. So they're not just good ingredients, they're as much of the nutrition as possible that that ingredient has without being processed and killing off the good stuff in it. And so there's over 70 foods in there that have been specifically selected to help with digestion, to help with energy, to help lower cholesterol. And I can give you all sorts of examples of people that I have coached that have started drinking it, that have had blood work done, and they've actually seen the changes in their cholesterol. I had one person who was already working out, already eating well, just added in Shakeology, her cholesterol dropped 30 points. She was curious if it was really the Shakeology, so she stopped drinking it, and guess what? It went back up. So it really does have what they say it has in it. I mean, obviously it does. It's got the ingredients label right there, but it does what it's supposed to do. The ingredients do what they're supposed to do. So I do my workout. I drink my Shakeology. I have my breakfast. I get my son ready for the day. So maybe we're going out to teach a class together. Maybe he's going to school. I spend time with him. Oh, before I do my workout, I read for 10 minutes. That's my personal development. So I get up while I'm like groggily waking up. I read for 10 minutes. Then I do my workout. I will share in my accountability group just a quick photo. I did my workout. What are you guys up to today? And I have my Shakeology, I get my son ready, we have breakfast together. I do not look at my phone when I'm with my son. This is not a business where you need to be on your phone all the time. If you are, I would strongly encourage you to think about running it differently. So if you're on my team, anybody that says they feel like they're on the phone all the time, we talk through that, because that is not the goal. The goal is to be healthy and happy all around, and being glued to your phone does not make for a healthy, happy person. So I put my phone in the other room, hang out with my son, and depending on what he's doing, if it's a day where he goes to school like today, once he goes to school, I run any errands I have to run. I come home and I sit down on my computer and I talk to people. I make new friends. I reach out. I have conversations with people that are where I am currently in my life. So is it a mom in town maybe that just moved to town and she joined our mom's club and I just want to reach out to her and connect with her? Is it somebody that I met in one of my support groups? Since my son passed away, I've been a part of different support groups. So is it somebody that I just really like talking to and I feel like we're in the same emotional space? And again, they're helping me and I'm helping them just by talking to them. So I talk to people, connect with people, and naturally it comes up because I am sharing what I'm doing on a daily basis. Normally, fitness and nutrition does come up, and I just share with people what it is I'm doing. And what I do is I run monthly groups where we follow programs together. And so everybody starts, on Monday the 19th, and we do a program together. And that doesn't mean we're all doing the same program, but we commit to starting with nutrition and fitness on day one, and then we go through it together and we're sharing together. So I will, if it comes up that somebody's looking for whether it be just more energy, or they're struggling with food, or they want to add fitness back into their life, or they just want to feel happier and healthier, we talk sometimes about those groups that I have coming up. So I just share with people what I'm doing. And then the other part is, like I said, posting in those groups and sharing in those groups motivation and challenges, whether it's smile at 3 people today or show us a picture of where you're working out, just to build that community. So really it's community building and focusing on health and happiness from the inside out, not just losing weight. I am a personal trainer and group fitness instructor, and I have been for 11 years now, and I can tell you, if somebody takes my class twice a week, I don't know what they're doing the rest of the week. And I've even been somebody that's gone to the gym or gone to a personal trainer, and a personal trainer can work you really, really, really hard, but then they don't know what you're eating. They don't know what you're doing the other 6 days of the week. Or if you're only going to the personal trainer once a month, what do you do in the rest of the month? So what's great about coaching is you're literally with people all day long, in the sense that you've got this group and you've got not just you in the group, but all the other people that you're helping. So I like to call it just like a big support hug all day long. And we work together. So you're not constantly on your phone answering questions 24/7. That's what the group is for. People can help support each other, and then you build that community. So right now what I'm doing, and I do this a couple times a year, normally once a year, this time I'm doing it twice a year, is I do groups where I partner people up with a buddy. So I help them pick their program, I help them with their nutrition plan, help them set up, when are you going to be working out, where are you going to be working out, this is how the nutrition plan works. And then I set them up with a buddy so they have somebody to contact to keep themselves accountable that's at that same point in their journey. So they've started out at the same point in their journey. So they have me, but they also have each other to hold hands throughout that 3 or 4 week challenge, whatever it is. And I find that that's really, really effective because I think back, when I started 4 years ago, I was starting from like a clean slate, step one, just starting adding fitness and nutrition back in. And so people started joining me then. But now that I have been doing this for 4 years, sometimes people say, okay, well, you already do this every day. Well, 4 years ago, it was really, really, really hard for me to do it every day. And I didn't want to do it every day. And for those 10 months, that 30 pounds that I gained, I absolutely was not doing it every day. So sometimes you just need that reminder that other people are starting too. So I like to do that piece. And again, as a coach, that takes some of the pressure off of you as a coach because you're helping other people and empowering them to help each other. Trying to see, I've got some other notes here. Yeah, so I think the most important thing to keep in mind is that you do not have to be an expert. You do not have to be super fit. You do not have to be at the end of your journey. I would argue that there's never an end to your journey. My first 2 years of coaching, I focused on finding myself again. I lost a ton of weight. All that weight that I had gained, I got to a very wonderful physical space and along the way a mental space. And then some sad things happened in my life. And so now my coaching hasn't always been about my weight loss journey, but as it's been about how fitness and nutrition have helped me mentally manage a really, really hard year. So you don't have to look perfect to be a coach. You do not have to be already running marathons to become a coach. I think the best coaches are people who are not experts because you're a real person, and that's why the company was created, because real people were helping other real people. So just to recap, I would say if you're looking for some accountability, if you're looking for like a little bit of side income with something that also makes you happy, or if you're looking like me, and this isn't, I didn't even realize I was looking for it, but if you're looking for an opportunity to get you out of a job or a position where you're just not happy, it's all of those. It can be all of them together. It can be parts of them. I have some people that I have that are coaches on our team that literally they're just on the team because they like the accountability. They don't care if they ever make a single penny with coaching. And then there's people like me where I depend on it because it's what pays our bills. It's what lets me stay home and have that flexible schedule. So you pick. There's no requirements as to what you have to do. You pick. You pick if you've got that goal. Maybe you just bought a new car and you want to pay off your car. But there's training. We have training that helps you meet you with where you are in terms of your goals. There are quarterly events across the country and in the UK and Canada as well, where we all get together once a quarter, and it's a group training, a group workout, and you get to meet the other coaches in the area. So you're also learning and building that community in person. And as a coach, so I'm somebody who's a little more introverted. I love that I can do it from home. I can do it from my phone or my computer. But some people I know, they run their business by, meeting up with people for coffee, having conversations, going and streaming workouts and doing a group setting for a workout. And again, you don't have to be a fitness teacher to stream a workout with a group of friends. So you can do it behind a computer screen. You can do it at your local rec center. It's whatever works for you. There's no rules on how you have to do it. But it's completely changed my life. And it's something that I think is important for people to at least know is out there. So if you have any questions, I know I covered a lot. I was hoping to keep this to 15 minutes. I'm sorry, we're at 23. If you have any questions, please comment below, reach out to me, reach out to the person that invited you to this group, and we'd love to hear your feedback. What do you think of this? Is this what you thought coaching was? Did you have any idea of what you thought coaching was? And if you're thinking, okay, well, I don't know if coaching's right for me, how about joining an accountability group? Are you somebody that struggles to stick to a routine? For me, having that accountability group, even though I wasn't seeing the people in person, my first program I did, I only did it because I knew people were looking for me to show up every day. And that is what we do as coaches. We help people feel accountable to showing up every day. And what happens when you show up every day? You start to feel better, and then you want to show up every day. It's all about building habit. So anyway, I will leave it at that, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you again for joining the group, and hope to talk to you soon.